Hello everyone, welcome to the series of lectures on database systems. In this video, we will see how we can actually retrieve specific or selected rows from the table. So previously we saw that we can use the select statement to select the data, retrieve the data from one or more tables. But we actually retrieved all the rows from the table. So it is also actually possible to select specific rows from the table. So there can be as many as number of the rows in the table, but we can actually select specific rows that actually match our criteria. So we call this operation as the selection operation, and this selection operation is actually somehow we can actually we are applying horizontal cuts to the table. So in this diagram you see that you have the table, but actually you are selecting, for example, first row and then not the second but the third row. So you are actually selecting specific rows that you are interested in. So it is possible, and SQL makes it possible with the where clause. So you can attach the where clause with the select statement, and then this where clause actually does the job of selecting specific rows that match a specific condition. So the syntax of this where clause is very simple. So you have just a where keyword in the statement, and then you have some condition. So this query, for example, the simplest query, the select all from employee where salary is greater than 50,000. So what it does that it will go through all the rows in the employee table, and it will see if the salary value for this particular row matches this condition. If the condition is true, the row is selected for the retrieval, and for the row where this condition fails or is false, the row is not selected. So for every row this condition will be checked, and if the condition is true, the row is selected for the retrieval, otherwise it is not selected. So in this condition only the rows where this condition matches will be shown. So all the employees who have the salary greater than or equal to 50,000 will be shown. So for example, sorry, I said equal to 50,000, but actually more than 50,000, not equal to 50,000. So all the employees where the salary is more than 50,000, their data will be shown. And since we are applying asterisk, so all the columns will be selected. So here we see all the columns, but not that in the salary column we have the salary for the employees that is more than the 50,000. So all the employees whose salary is less than 50,000, they are not shown. So it is possible to have all other employees in the table who have salary less than 50,000, but since we have applied this condition, so only the rows matching this condition, their data is shown. And again in the where clause we have this condition. So actually SQL ISO standard allows 5 conditions that we can specify for this where clause. So we have 5 types of conditions, or we also say predicates. So 5 conditions that can be here. So one of them we already have seen, that is the comparison. And then this comparison is actually comparing the value of one expression to the value of another expression. So this comparison is actually can be done with comparison operators. So for example, we have this equals operator that checks the equality of the two values, and then we have this not equal to, so the two values should not be equal to each other. And then we have this less than and then greater than, and then less than equal to, and then finally greater than and equal to operators. So these comparison operators check for the comparison between two values. So we already have seen the example. So here we are interested in the value of the salary should be greater than this expression, that is 50,000. For the other condition, we have this range. So what is range does is actually doing the job of evaluating whether the value of one expression falls within a specified range of values. So there is actually the test condition that says that the value of one expression should be within some specified range. So this is actually done with the between operator, or say not between operator. So not will say, just negate the condition. So we have an example here. So we are interested in selecting all the employees where the salary of the employee is between 55,000 and 75,000. So we see all the employees whose salary is in this range. So we have this salary column. For the first employee, we have the salary 70,000. Second employee, Fiza, has 65,000, and the third employee has 55,000, and then finally we have 75,000. So these are the four employees who have salary in the range of 55,000 and 75,000. So this can be done. So not between, what does it do? It says that the salary should not be in between. So all the employees will be shown, only these employees will not be shown if we apply not between. So not is just the negation of something. And then we have the third condition, that is the set membership. Here we actually see the value of one expression, whether it equals with one of the values in the set. So we have the set of values, and then we are checking whether the value of one expression falls within the values in the set. So it should be equal with the one of the values in the set, and this is done with the in operator, or in or not in. So we have an example here. So we are interested in selecting all the employee whose designation is in manager or supervisor. So we have this set of designations where we have two designations, manager and supervisor. So we are interested in all the employees where their designation is in manager or supervisor. So all the employees whose designation matches whether manager or supervisor, their rows will be selected. So we have this output table here, designation. So we see that all the employees whose designation is either manager or supervisor, their data is shown. So it says that the designation of the employee should be equal to manager or should be equal to supervisor. And if we did applied not in, then only the data for these four employees would not be shown, and all the other employees will be shown. Because what we essentially will be saying, that we are interested in all the employees whose designation does not equal to manager or supervisor. So if we say not in, so we will see this in examples. And then we have the fourth pattern, and that is the pattern matching. So here we actually match the value of one column with a specified pattern. So this is actually the string matching, and we have the example here. So we are interested in selecting all the employees where the first name of the employee is like $sign and SAN. So what it actually reads, it reads that the first name should be equal to whatever the string in the beginning, but the final three characters should be SAN. So this percentage sign says that one or more characters, but any characters. Sorry, zero, not one, but zero or more characters. So there should be 0 characters, 1 character, 2, 3, 4, whatever number of characters and whatever the character may be, but the last characters should be SAN. So all the employees whose name ends with SAN, their data will be shown. So we match the patterns with this like or not like says just negates the condition. So essentially this statement says that we are interested in showing all the employees whose first name ends with SAN. So we have this first name column here, and we see that all the names end with SAN. So we have Asan, Mohsen and Hassan. So we can actually do whatever pattern matching we would like. So if we had written not like %SAN, so then only these three employees would not be shown and all the other employees will be shown. So we will just see in the next video. And then finally we have this null, and this is checking whether the value of the column is null or not null. So if we say is null, it checks with the null, and if we say is not null, so the column value should not be null. So this fifth condition, we have the example here. So we are interested in selecting all the employees where the designation is null. So any employee who have not been assigned any designation yet will be selected. So we have these two employees here whose designation is actually null. So if we had written is not null, then these two employees would not be shown and the other employees would be shown. So these are the 5 conditions that where class supports. Let's just revise. So one of them is the comparing the true values, and then second is the range, checking whether the value is in a specified range, and then we have the set membership, whether the value matches with one or more values in the set, and then we have the pattern matching, so we are matching the string pattern, and finally we can check with the null whether the column value is null or not null. So this is it, and the next video we will see how we can apply these queries in the live SQL database. Thank you for watching, and please keep watching.